She woke in the medbay, restrained and disoriented. Her chest felt tight. Something was moving inside her. She remembered the briefing. The mission to LV-879 came with risks, exotic pathogens, hostile terrain, and the rare but documented threat of parasitic insemination by non-rational vectors. Facehuggers, they called them. No known defense, no effective prevention, but she'd signed the waiver. She'd accepted the odds. The footage confirmed it. Sometime during the night cycle, one of them breached containment. It found her alone in the corridor, latched onto her face, and implanted something deep in her thoracic cavity. The creature was gone now, but what it left behind was growing. Dr. Halverson stood beside her, tablet in hand. "It's rational," he said. "We've confirmed cortical activity. It's thinking, communicating, it's aware." She stared at him. "And me." "With full intervention," he said, "your survival rate is 99.99%, but without it, you won't make it." She blinked. "So I live. If the system decides I'm worth the resources." Halverson didn't answer. The ethics tribunal convened within the hour. The pro-life representative argued that the being inside her was a person entitled to life. Its origin, violent, parasitic, was irrelevant. Its rationality made it sacred. Her advocate countered, "She did not consent to insemination, she cannot prevent gestation, and her survival depends entirely on access to advanced care." The tribunal deliberated. The law was clear. Rational beings with viable survival prospects could not be aborted, even if the host's survival was conditional, even if the insemination was a known occupational hazard. She was wheeled into the surgical chamber. The lights dimmed, the monitors beeped, and somewhere inside her, the rational parasite stirred, ready to be born. Ductio conditions, the rational facehugger scenario. 1. Foreseeable risk context. The host voluntarily embarked on a deep space expedition to a region known for biological anomalies, including documented cases of parasitic insemination by non-rational vectors. While insemination is non-consensual and biologically unavoidable once initiated, the risk of such events was foreseeable and acknowledged as part of the mission parameters. The host understood that exposure to facehugger-type organisms was a low probability but real hazard of the journey. 2. Insemination mechanism. The inseminating agent, referred to as a facehugger, is a non-rational biological vector. It forcibly attaches to a host's face and implants a developing organism into the thoracic cavity. Birth control is categorically ineffective. No known prophylactic, hormonal, or surgical intervention prevents implantation. 3. Nature of the implanted being. The implanted organism is a rational being, capable of thought, communication, and moral reasoning. It qualifies as a person under pro-life definitions that extend moral protection to rational unborn life. Upon birth, the organism has a 99.95% survival rate with proper medical attention and a 99% survival rate without it. 4. Gestational consequences for the host. The birthing process involves violent organ rupture, causing catastrophic trauma to the host. The host has a 99.99% chance of survival if advanced medical care is provided. Without medical intervention, the host faces certain death. Medical care is not guaranteed. Survival is conditional on access to high-level intervention. Ethical fault line. If the fetus is rational and morally considerable, and if its birth is medically survivable for the host, only under specific conditions, and if the host voluntarily entered a context where such insemination was a known risk, does the host have a moral right to abort? This scenario exposes a layered contradiction in pro-life logic. The fetus is viable and rational. The host's survival is conditional and medically dependent. The pregnancy was non-consensual in execution, but foreseeable in context. If pro-life doctrine prohibits abortion in this case, it must defend the gestation rights of a parasitic, rational being, even when the host's survival hinges on external intervention and the insemination was a known occupational hazard.